the last bit that I'm going to read, and it's, I just wrote it yesterday, having been around Hebron, and it's inspired, obviously, partly from that, and partly from a story that Bridget, who read here last time, who's not here with us today, but she told me what happened to Power Fest group another year that they went. So I've kind of amalgamated all of that and fictionalised it as well quite a lot. But this is that. In Hebron, once heaving streets of silent shops shadow our path with shuttered rust, and we walk quiet, throats full of unanswered bulldozers as soldiers block off neighbourhoods to the people whose bones have carbonised the ground. Children playing chicken over machine gun motorways the size of 2 pairs of khaki-coloured, conscripted teenage thighs. The price for the children's game might be a sigh, or a slap, or a shout, or perhaps one day a bloom from the stem of the gun, held by hands that haven't yet learnt their lines. We scatter ourselves around on tarmac, 2 shades darker than the overcast sky, lean against concrete blocks to take in the scaffolding of dismantled existence. A settler approaches with a video camera, the kind that used to be called handy before they actually were. And we ask if he's filming because he appreciates our dress sense, or if he's making a documentary about those few who come to Hebron to witness the apartheid, tell of it what they can to the outside. And he says, with spit spinning around the hooves of his words, "I'm filming you for God." And he won't elaborate that much because I guess that says it all really. And in the middle of that now sunlit midnight street, I began to daydream about God watching our group of writers on a flat screen TV. Once the settler sends it via courier or however it is they do this kind of thing. I wonder if God would have HD or even 3D, and would the Supreme Being need those rubbish blue and red cardboard glasses to see that in? Would God have a remote, or would it all work via mind control? Would the back of the TV get dusty all the way up there? Would God watch it alone, with popcorn, with pick and mix sweets that had sent down torrential downpours of eating too much too quick, sit down to the ground a few hours after, and the world would have no idea what caused this strangely coloured sticky covering to tumble down in lumps one morning? And then I was wondering, what else would be included on this exclusive home video for God? Would it also show certain settlers filling plastic bags with bleach, throwing it down onto the Arab marketplace to mark clothes unsellable? Or how about a little cameo from the settler school built on top of the Palestinian one, literally crushing its core, which by the way now requires a 1.5-hour detoured walk to get to and from every day, since the army blocked the entrance alleyway that used to let the local kids get there in 10 minutes. I'm sure that would make for scintillating TV. But the really juicy stuff, I assume the filmmaker who directs movies for God will leave until last. Close-ups on the roads Palestinians can't drive on but are certainly encouraged to die on, because ambulances are included in the ban, so stretchers held in hands that have outlived their lives rush people to what care they can get. Sunken canvas, pulsing muscles, doing what wheels were invented for. And perhaps a fitting closing finale would have to be the 6-year-olds arrested for allegedly throwing stones against thunder, held under military law until fines take them home to a place that's allowed a lock, only because light has been forced to languish under metal permissions and permits, where they will count their tears to the age of 12, the age when pebbles they touch can become army slabs of rock they will be tied to, pets like Prometheus, but before they grow old enough to give fiery gifts. And the credits for this movie, who would be on it? A disturbing amount of worldwide names, mainly American and European, although I doubt God would be able to watch all the credits roll, as being God requires strict time management, I imagine. In conclusion, we turned our own cameras on the settler being a very quiet description for a thing of deafening volume, and said, "We'll be sending this to you once God's had a preview. You won't be invited to the cinema screening, but we have a feeling you'll steal someone else's seat anyway. Good day." Thank you.